If you're like me, then you probably spent a lot of time as a kid watching infomercials in between episodes of Jimmy Neutron about products that your parents are absolutely never going to buy you. There were some products that I might have felt a little bit too old for, like zoo books, but then there are also some products like the Rainbow Sponge that I don't really think has an age limit. But no matter what the product, at least in my experience, me nor anyone I knew ever got our hands on anything we saw on TV. Maybe we were just really, really poor. But when I think back on all the different infomercials targeted towards kids, one product stands out as being the biggest and most sought after.
It's Heelys, and it's all about fun.
Arguably one of the most revolutionary, but I'll have to admit quite dated looking products that are being sold today. They looked fucking sick. They were designed after shoes that kids wanted at the time, and with the added benefit of, with just the click of a heel, you're off. Something that parents probably really fucking hated. Heelys were the thing to have. The thing I never could have. That was until 2020 when, right before the COVID-19 pandemic, I found a pair of Heelys at the thrift store in my size. Or close enough to my size to justify me buying them. I decided to master the art of heeling, which, if you've ever tried to... Oh man. I think trying to ride on a pair of Heelys for the first time is the mid-2000s version of people now trying to ride hoverboards for the first time. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a spike in tailbone injuries in 2005 that kind of died down for a while and then made a resurgence when hoverboards came out. Now, in that 2020 video, I may not have mastered the art of heeling, but I did learn how to do it, and I did learn a few tricks on the way. I'm even happy with the progress that I made on learning the excuse me. Excuse me? Excuse me? But recently I moved, and while unpacking, I found my old Heelys that have been laying dormant in a box since that video. And it got me thinking, why aren't people talking about this? Why aren't people out heeling? I mean, there's a resurgence in roller skating and rollerblading. I see that on TikTok all the time. But this? It's like nobody heels anymore. Which there is no excuse. Their website is up. You can buy brand new Heelys. You don't have to get lucky at a thrift store like I did. You can just buy some Heelys. So now I'm deciding to use my platform and what little influence I have to spread the word and get people out heeling again. Alas, my audience only spans so far. I'm gonna need a little bit of help. Now you may be wondering, how am I gonna do this? Who's gonna help me? What are you fucking doing, Chris? Well, I'm calling on the biggest YouTuber I know, and that will text me back, which was Gabi Belle. Also, Gabi made that infomercial video last week, so like everything kind of works out. But what am I gonna do? Fly halfway across the country, meet up with hit YouTuber Gabi Belle, and teach her how to heel? No. That'd be okay, I can't keep doing this bit. This is getting really fucking expensive. But that's exactly what I did. I flew out to see good friend of the channel, friend of the me, Gabi Belle. And I'm going to teach her the art of heeling, which I don't know if you've gotten it by now, but heeling is the verbiage I will be using. Not heelying, not riding Heelys, heeling. Now, alongside this video going up, Gabi will be posting our collab for her channel at the same time. Very similar to this video, we're going to be putting to test one of the most iconic infomercial products from the mid-2000s. Not as iconic as Heelys, of course, but, you know, we can't all be winners. Fuck you, Gabi. So after this video, go check out Gabi's. We had a lot of fun making that one, too. I'll link it below. But first things first, we gotta get Gabi some Heelys. Luckily for us, as I mentioned earlier, Heely still sells them brand new on their website, so that made things a lot easier. Now, when I was putting this video together and buying the Heelys for Gabi, I wasn't sure what kind she wanted, and I think it was like 3 a.m. when I was buying them, and I just kind of had to make some decisions on my own. And I ended up going with the Stars and Stripes design, because Gabi, well, if I know one thing about Gabi, it's that she lives in the United States. I also impulsively bought us matching Heely shirts for the video because I thought it'd be funny, man, I don't know. Now once I arrived at Gabi's, I had to make sure she was properly educated on the matter, so I did the only thing that felt right. I introduced her to Seth1230, or Seth1230, Seth1230, I don't know how his name is supposed to be pronounced, I'm sorry. Some of you may recognize this fucking god from my first Heelys video. He's one of those old school YouTube channels where, like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the password for his account and hasn't logged in 10 years, but he also wrote the fucking book on Heelys and Heely tricks. This man jammed so many tricks into a 10-minute video, no fluff, no nonsense, just tricks. He even taught me how to do the 180, which I famously adapted into the excuse me. So I figured this man was perfect for the job of educating Gabi on proper heeling. So we sat our asses down, and we listened. All 3 of us, Opie included. Now that we got all that out of the way, it's time for Gabi and I to go out into the field and see if she has what it takes. Also, if I have what it takes, it has been 3 years, I am not confident. I would rather perform the 3-card Monty to a stadium full of Elvis impersonators before trying to heal for the first time in 3 years. Now, while my first video was an isolated basement act, this video we will be going out into the wild at an indoor skate park full of people on bikes, skateboards, and scooters. If you ask me, the optimal way to learn a new sport. Now, a luxury awarded to Gabi that I never got when I first started was pads. That would have made me feel a lot better if I had pads. Although if I'm being honest, if I get injured wearing these, it's not because I fall down and break something or hit something. It's going to be me throwing my back out trying not to fall. Now, we did buy different helmets at first. We didn't originally have these ones. We actually had Minecraft creeper helmets we got at Target. But a little Chris and Gabi blunder, we didn't realize they were children's size helmets. Maybe the fact that they were Minecraft creeper helmets should have tipped us off, but we were just so excited. I did at least try to put that thing on my head, but man.
Try to put your head in there. No, go ahead. Try to put your head in there. See, Ivan, he can't put his head in there.
But now it's time to pad up and roll out. Sick fucking hair. You know, it didn't take much for that muscle memory from being a kid to snap back into place and figure out how to do that hair. Speaking of hair, let's talk about it with the sponsor of today's video, MD Hair. Nearly 80% of men and half of women experience hair loss at some point in their lives. And look, it's normal, okay? It's not the end of the world. But if you do want to do something about it, MD Hair is the place to go. Now, I personally am not struggling with hair loss. Yet. Who knows? But for now, I use MD Hair for thicker and healthier hair in general, so no matter what your situation, MD Hair can help you out. MD Hair is the world's first medical-grade hair growth treatment customized to the exact cause and type of hair loss that you might be going through. Their clinically proven customized hair growth treatment is developed by dermatologists and are formulated with medical-grade ingredients and botanical formulas to deliver the best results for you. Their website uses a quiz and scalp picture analysis to customize your treatment and prioritize your specific needs. And when you upload your picture for the scalp picture analysis, it's instant, so there's no waiting around. They have customized wellness supplements, treatment shampoo, and serums to help your hair be the best that it can be. With MD Hair, you also get 24/7 support with access to one-on-one chats with dermatologists so you can fine-tune your medication formulas as needed. And of course, the cherry on top, MD Hair is clean and sustainable, with all of their products being cruelty, sulfate, paraben, and phthalate free, as well as being recyclably packaged. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, head on over to their website and customize your hair regrowth treatment with MD Hair, and use my promo code CHRIS70 to get your first month of customized products at 70% off. Thank you to MD Hair for sponsoring, and now back to the video. But you know what? Putting all this gear on and feeling the tightness in my lower back from standing with a wheel in my heel really took me back. I felt like I was at home. Except, of course, this place was very much not the move for trying to learn or teach someone how to heal. These guys, they did not give us much space. I think they may have even just hated us. I mean, we did look like goobers. That might have been it. They might have just thought we looked stupid and didn't like us. We ended up finding somewhat of an empty spot in the middle, and as we walk over, you can really see who's an expert Heely walker and who's not. I'm kidding, that's just how Gabi walks. Like all the time. But after being here for a little while and breaking in our Heelys, we really started to feel comfortable and at home. Now it was at this point where I started to think to myself, man, what if Gabi ends up just sucking? What if nothing happens? What if she doesn't heal today? I will then have wasted $8 getting into this skate park, among other costs associated with this trip. But I have faith in her, because you know what they say, if Chris James can do it, then probably is really easy and takes no skill whatsoever. We started with some simple moving while gripping the rail just for her to get the foot placement down, because that is very important. You see, healing is basically just making a rollerblade out of both of your feet and keeping them stiff. Your calves will burn. And burn they did, not just because of the muscle aching, but because they were drenched in sweat. Throughout the video, I start to kind of sweat through my cargo pants. It was hot as shit, and my skater boy bangs did not help. So after practicing this a little bit, Gabi was really starting to show some promise, and that made me feel better. Also, this fucking kid. I don't know a better way to describe this kid other than a little shit. I can't tell you how funny it is to me, this kid just like rolling in on a scooter and then changing trajectory and going right in between us, staring at the camera the whole time. You could even see on my face, I did not register how funny that was in the moment. I think I was just so caught off guard. I don't know if that kid was just bored or if he was sizing up Gabi, wanting to fight. I don't know what it was, but it was funny as shit. But after a bit of time here, it was starting to get harder and harder to concentrate with all these rat scallions whizzing by us, so it was time for a break. I think we needed to clear our heads, so I took us to a special spot. That being this fucking spot out in the rain. It's not much, but hey, at least that kid's not here, right? After a little bit of healing out here, we found out there was a building right next door with additional spots to skate, so we one of us walked over, the other did something different. We actually found a nice bowl ramp area that nobody was at and thought that would be the perfect place to practice. Now, at first, I was a bit hesitant to lower myself into this space. You see, this bowl was deep, and I am small. And Gabi is even smaller, so this was a risk. We might have to barrel of monkeys our way out of this. But we decided, you know what? Frick it, you only live once. We're gonna kick these Heelys' ass, and we're gonna show the world what we're made of. Isn't that right, Gabi? I was actually happy that we did this because we had a lot of open space, there were no hooligans there, we could practice in peace. Although, at this point, Gabi has still not done a complete heal, and I was beginning to worry again. I mean, I was healing fine. Healing my ass off, I'd even say. But as I watched Gabi fail over and over and over, I noticed something. She was taking too many steps. Too many steps before launching into a heel. You see, at this stage, the best way is to just launch off of one foot into a heel. How could I have been so fucking foolish to forget this crucial information? So I told Gabi this, she tried it out, and then right away she got it. I did it! She did it. I did it. I'm taking credit for this. I took Gabi from a sad YouTuber to a confident healer. All that was left now were the tricks. Now, we're no Seth1230, but we managed to get creative. We got the T-pose. Basically, you're healing and then you do a T-pose. It's that simple. You got the classic not falling down trick. Don't mistake that for a similar trick called kind of falling down but not. I also debuted the old I've fallen and I can't get up. That's not a joke. I was really tired and sweaty. I didn't want to get up. Gabi also had this unique trick that I guess I'm gonna go out on a limb and just call this tap dancing. Like, not even doing, there's no healing involved. I think she just wanted to. I think she just likes tap dancing. Now, I think it's obvious, but no skate session is complete without a little bit of skanking. Now, after some silly, goofy fun, it was time for us to get serious and do our final trick. This one I call the car crash. Or getting our money's worth out of these helmets. And just like that, I taught Gabi how to heal. We even learned some tricks along the way. Yeah, maybe Seth1230 is better at healing, or does actual tricks, or doesn't talk so much in his videos. And you know what? Those are all valid points, but it's not always about the tricks. It's about the friends you made along the way. Not that fucking kid, though. He's not my friend. Now, for those of you wondering, yes, I did manage to get out of this bowl. It was not the slickest of tricks, but I managed to do it. And once I got out, I felt a feeling of accomplishment that I've never felt in my life before. I even think I changed Gabi's life too. You know, guys, I think tonight, we're infinite. Forever and ever. Oh, we can be heroes. Well, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. I know it's wildly different than everything I normally do, but I like to do fun, dumb videos like this sometimes. But if you did enjoy this video, go check out our collab on Gabi's channel. It should be up right now, too. It's a lot of fun. I think you'll really enjoy it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Gabi for trusting me with her life. Thank you again to MD Hair for sponsoring. Remember, use my link below, code Chris70 to get 70% off your first month of products. And with all that being said, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.